Card games tend to always come down to three factors: skill, strategy, and luck. You need the skill to execute your strategy, and a bit of luck to pull it off successfully. Chances are you'll be up against an opponent trying to do the same thing. Cards and Crystals though mixes it up by combining the card game elements with a match 3 or more crystals mechanic, putting some more emphasis on the luck factor of the game. For transparency, a copy of this game was provided to me courtesy of the developer. In Cards and Crystals, you use cards to build up a deck using a hero as an avatar. The deck is generally built to tailor to your hero's stats, and you can continue to build your deck by playing through the game's story and beating your opponents, or by going to different locations where you're put up against a random opponent whose element matches the location. With the game's story, you're guided by an AI who will tell the story about the characters, locations and culture while learning more about you. You can even have the AI crack puns, which is a plus to me. The card game part is fairly straightforward. Using your cards and by matching 3 or more crystals on the board, your goal is to reduce your opponent's hero to 0 health. But is the game any good? Find out in The Good. I found myself quite fond of the game's mechanics. As you play through the game and you grow your deck of cards by beating opponents, you gain gold and your hero levels up. This benefits you in several ways. By having gold, you can buy more booster packs or individual cards, and you can use it for special training. Special training requires you to reduce some dummies' health down to 0 with large amounts of experience as your reward. Experience is used to level up your hero, and as they level up, you'll get skill points which can be used to alter the game mechanics, such as increasing your health, dealing more damage, increasing or decreasing the chances of certain crystals appearing, or giving yourself an advantage at the start of the match. Cards have a cost, and the stronger the card, the bigger the cost. Some cards require power, which you can obtain by matching crystals, while other cards require you to make a chain of crystals from one particular element. There's many ways to approach how your deck will work, whether you focus on a deck which destroys your opponent's cards to prevent them from getting the upper hand, to keeping your hero protected with monsters constantly so your opponent can't reduce your hero's health to 0, known as swarming the field. I do like all the different strategies you can employ in the game, and it keeps it refreshing. If one tactic doesn't work, try another. Change your hero, change your deck, sabotage your opponents if you have to, that's the joy of it. The game also has bosses for you to fight, and bonus games which can earn you extra cards just to mix things up, which is nice. I do like the charm of the game. It's quite a cozy game with its use of pixel art, and I found the music really fits the part. In regular battles, the music can be quite chill and relaxed, and then it gets pumping when you fight a boss. The tavern where you can buy and sell cards, as well as conduct training and get hints, also has a neat feature where you could drag some of the items into the food bowl where it would be eaten by the Blubellie slime thing, with varying results. For a game created in Unity, I think it's done pretty well for itself. But not everything is good, so why don't we talk about what isn't so good in The Bad. As you progress through the game, you'll eventually hit a wall. You'll come across an opponent that you'll struggle to beat. While I do appreciate the different abilities and strategies your opponent will use against you, such as swapping your decks around or destroying certain crystals after a chain to name a couple, you can't help but think that luck seems to be on their side as well, and the odds are well stacked against you. Opponents pulling off 15 plus crystal chains and summoning high level monsters while beating yours within a turn will become much more common later in the game, and it's up to you to find a way to beat them, whether it's sabotaging their strategy, using it to your advantage, or just beating them with brute force and a little luck. The game will encourage you to fight other opponents to gain new cards and experience, and you can use the money you win on special training and new cards to try and even the score. As card games normally are, they tend to be very RNG heavy, RNG standing for random number generation. And despite having a hero with a 175% chance of getting one element, and the rest being well under 100%, I still find my board polluted with crystals that won't benefit me while the opponent keeps pulling super crystals and chains out like nothing. And don't get me started on that one opponent that constantly summons squirrels every time it's their turn. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to complain about, so let's wrap things up with The Opinion. Cards and Crystals I found is a fun and charming game to pass the time. I do like the integration of a card game with the match 3 or more elements, and there was a lot of thought put into making these mechanics work smoothly and the potential strategies you can get from it. The only problem I had is subjective at best, and is common in card games where you curse your opponent for having all the luck and the odds favouring them, but you feel so much better when you overcome them and beat them. If you like card games or you think you really got the match 3 formula, then give this game a go. It's reasonably priced and can make for hours of entertainment. So with that, it's time for my rating. I would give Cards and Crystals a Blubellie drinking a blueberry brew out of 10. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next Infinite Backlog review. If you enjoyed today's review, feel free to check out some of our other videos and subscribe for more. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram and our Facebook page. Once again, Thank you for watching.